So Sandes, tell me, you're in South Africa now.
Yes, I'm in South Africa at the moment.
Yeah. And are you still in lockdown, or are you busy with performances?
I am not busy with anything at the moment.
Mm.
Recently, on the 10th of May, my tour to Shanghai was cancelled.
Oh, okay.
So at the moment, I am in the limbo land.
Oh, and what was this tour about to Shanghai?
I recently signed in a contract
Yeah.
with the company from the UK,
Yes.
and then we were about to do an Asian tour for
Yeah.
2 years of the world tour of the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes, I was being
amazing.
very amazing. I was being welcomed for the second time in the family of the Phantom of the Opera after 2 decades.
Oh, wow. And then and now it's all cancelled.
It's cancelled now and until further notice. So I'm like that was very saddening and devastating news.
Yeah.
And now I am still figuring out what's next for me.
Okay.
As I have moved from the Eastern Cape. Originally, I'm from the Eastern Cape.
Oh, I see.
Yes, now I'm in the Western Cape.
Oh, okay. Where in the Western Cape are you?
Western Cape, Cape Town.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're in Cape Town now at the moment.
Yes, I'm in Cape Town at the moment by my sister's place, one of my relatives.
Okay. And
But
now,
I am based in the Eastern Cape, in the village called Idujwa, a small town. I'm a village girl.
oh, I see. Okay. And is it is it there where you started in music?
Yes, that's where I started everything.
So tell me, how did it start for you?
I am Nomie Sandes. Let me reintroduce myself. I am Nomie Sandes Webu from the Eastern Cape in South Africa, in a small town called Idujwa. And my music career, or me being introduced to music, it started at the early age of 7.
Yeah.
A 7-year-old that was curious. And I was told by my teachers that when my elder sisters and my brothers were singing in the choir, I would stay and waiting for them by the door. And as I'm waiting for them, they're singing in the choir by the door. They said that I would sing exactly like the music and the singing that they were doing inside.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was like, wow, really? Just like me, I was like, wow, really? At the age of 7? They said, yes, that's what you were saying. So it started at that early age of 7 for me to be aware of this so-called like singing and music.
Yeah.
And then I was interested. I was drawn to this thing that I got fond of loving it. And then my teachers approached me and said, hey, this little girl, we have to take her to a junior choir. Then I was recruited for a junior choir, which I stayed a week or 2. I was like elevated to the intermediate choir. I did not even stay longer there in the intermediate. Then they crossed me over to the senior choir.
Oh, wow. Isn't that amazing?
Very amazing. And funny enough, Petra, the senior choir at the moment was under the baton of my uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my uncle was the one that was busy with the choir, Pindile Ngola, in my primary. So I started to join the senior choir, and then I became a soloist. That's when I was aware of the word.
Yeah.
like soloist. You know, as a village girl, like those are big words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Then from that, it was a month, Petra. I was introduced to go and join the high school while I was still a student
Oh,
at,
okay.
at primary level. But because
Yeah.
of the voice, that was too much. That was like
Yeah.
driving this little girl to
Yeah.
sound like a grown up. Then I got to be a soloist and a singer at high school level while I was still in primary school.
But Sanders, you've got the personality as well.
Thank you, thank you. And I love to laugh. I love to laugh and I
Yeah.
cry. Cry baby girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Amazing.
that's it.
Yeah, I think also apart from your voice, it's also your personality that drove you like there. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you to hear that. And then from then, if I may continue, may I?
Yes.
Yes, I was saying from primary,
Yeah.
after having to sing for high school choirs, I
Mm.
went to high school in 1997 at the
Yeah.
age of 14. At the
Yeah.
age of 14, 1997, I joined the high school choir under the baton of Mr. Ndlumbini, Tumodu Ndlumbini, my
Yeah.
teacher. He was also my biological
Yeah.
science teacher, and then a music teacher.
Yeah.
That's when I found a father to that man.
Yeah.
And I joined the choir, and he made me also the soloist. And
Yeah.
then 97, 98, 99, I was still in the choir and still in high school. And in 1999, hey,
Yeah.
I was there was a female voice. We were
Yeah.
singing Voice of Spring. That was the female voice thing that was like prescribed at that moment. At provincial level, Soprano
Yeah.
Sandes Nomie Webu was nominated as the best soloist of the Eastern Cape.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you. And I watched.
Congratulations. Oh, wow.
And she
Oh,
was
that's amazing.
awarded a trophy
Yeah.
and promised to be given a bursary after the matric.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, it never came true because I just didn't have the support system to follow it through. Unfortunately, it has to come up now. My mom died when I was 3 years old.
Mm.
I was raised by the woman behind me, my horse. There's a
Oh,
picture behind me, if you can
yeah.
notice. So I was raised by her.
Yeah.
And the only two things that Soprano Sandes was strong at that moment was modeling
Mm.
and being a singer. Music
Okay.
just took first.
Yeah.
Music
Yeah.
first. Yes, but music was my first love and my escape in everything. So from that 1999, I
Mm.
proceeded and went to tertiary level at the University of Transkei in the Eastern Cape still.
Yeah.
So there, I was not satisfied. There was something in me that was like, no, Sunday,
Mm.
you are not there yet.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there, Petra, they were focusing on the theory side of it.
Yeah.
And along the time, I heard of the University of Cape Town, UCT.
Mm.
I said to my uncle, take me to that Cape Town. And I've never been to that Cape Town, remember? From the Cape, some of us, we like, when you talk about these big cities, it's like a dream.
Really?
So yes, exactly. It was 2002 for the
Yeah.
first time to come to the Western Province.
Oh,
And then I
wow.
came and then I came over to Cape Town and I was
Yeah.
staying by my uncle and he was trying by all means to make me network. And then I managed to network and met a guy called Charles Bajatwa. Charles Mbajatwa introduced me to Ronnie Tates.
Yeah.
You know what? This now, something just came up, Petra. When I met Charles, Charles said, okay, now you have to prepare for auditions. And I said, huh? He said, repeated it again, audition. And so what's that? No, that's where you prepare yourself. You get a song, and then you prepare yourself, then you write it to sing for Professor Kobat. Well, and I was like, huh? What's that? Yeah. You know, as a village little girl, I was not even aware of any of those things. And then I said, I'm ready. I will prepare for that Professor Kobato. And the Royal Taste, apparently at that time, was a manager at the Cape Town Opera.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. So Charles Kobato was one of those elderly, like, village people into choirs. And at the same time, Charles was working with Cape Town Opera at Artscape, was working at Artscape and had contacts with Cape Town Opera, which he referred me to Ron Tates.
Wow.
Okay. And then the journey now was about to start.
Yeah.
Then the day came, I was prepared. And you know what's so funny, Petra? I'm not even shy to say it. The song that was already for me was it was a different song, like a tenor song.
Yeah.
A tenor song that was like appreciating a woman, but I was.
Oh, you.
I only used that song, that opera song. And I came in there and I presented the piece, and it looked like I had what it takes. Yeah. Then they had a program that they told me, we are taking you. We're so like interested to take you to be part of this choral training program. Now it's 2003. I did the choral training program briefly, did the choral training program. That included stagecraft, languages, some other productions, and a lot of things that you would inquire. And if then you wanted to be an opera singer. Okay, then I took the training. After the training, just imagine, after the training, the following year, there was productions that were coming in. Lion King, I said, I'm not a Lion King singer. I'm an opera singer. You know, when you...
Yeah.
Then the day of the audition came. I went to audition for the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, wow. And?
Yes. And at that time, I was helped by Cape Town Opera during the training. I had a teacher called Andrea Cattell. Andrea Cattell prepared me, and I had my favorite, my warrior, my soul, from La Bohème by Puccini.
Yeah.
That's my favorite aria. And that's my favorite opera. So I got in there, I sang that aria, Petra. I sang it. Just after I finished singing, then they were like, okay, we're not going to be all over the place. We're just going to tell you that we're impressed. After that, I sang the aria, and then they gave me one of the pieces from the Phantom of the Opera. And 5 minutes, I must go out with this pianist and the coach. After 5 minutes, I'm back. I'm presenting the Phantom of the Opera piece. I was taken on the spot.
Oh, wow. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you very much, Petra. I was taken on the spot, and everything started from there.
Yeah.
I got to tour the world, tour of the Phantom, with the Phantom of the Opera Asia, from like Shanghai 2004 till 2007. But during the breaks, I would be with the Cape Town Opera.
Oh, okay.
I was a Strawberry Woman in the Porgy and Bess production touring Europe now, first China and then the whole of Europe with Cape Town Opera during the breaks. And after that, during the course, I remember something now, Petra, during the course of me touring with Cape Town Opera, we were in Umia when the producer in Umia, which is Magnus Asperger.
Yeah.
He's Swedish.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I just saw something advertising that there's a school in Sweden, then there's auditions. And I was like, ho, 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 ho. Huh? Hell no, I have to.
You know what to do in auditions.
You know? Hey, I said to myself, no ways, I'm not going to miss out on this one. Yeah. I went and approached the guy. I want to be part of those auditions. I want to study now. I want to study now. I don't want to work. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll say it then. The guy said, and I said, yes. And I went and told Kosazana and Vitando, and they were interested. And we went there. And the guy organized everything, Petra. You know how God works now.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Now I'm becoming emotional because it was not necessary for him to do it, but he did it. He took us there. He booked flights and did everything and organized. And there was Albert that was a chorus master at the time for Cape Town Opera. He also helped us with some coaching. We went there, to make the story short.
Yeah.
We went there, we auditioned out of 150 something students. The three of us from South Africa, we made it.
Wow.
We made it in Sweden.
Surprised. Yeah.
At the Opera Hospital, and we made it. We were taken, we were excited. Then reality clocks in as a South African Black child.
No, what happened?
Where are we going to get there? Where are we going to get the money to go back? And then when we get back to South Africa, the reality really striked. But then it so happened that we approached a woman, Aviva Pellen. Aviva just said, okay, babies, that's how she called us. Okay, babies, this is what I'm going to do as Aviva. I'm going to, talk to Miss Pick and Pay and Mr. Pick and Pay and Miss Cummins. Oh, yeah. Who are those? I thought they were shops. Apparently. I really, like Petra, aren't you familiar with South Africa, by the way?
Pardon?
As a South African, I know Pick and Pay and Ackermans as shops.
Yeah.
How is she going to approach shops to help us and give us money? That's when I found out, when she actually said, no, I'm going to organize you to sing for them. There is a conventional what, and you know, there's a concept that I will put you there, guys. You sing, you do your thing, and I will do the announcement that this is what you need. You're about to go and study in Sweden. You need to be funded. You need to be sponsored. And quickly, without making anything longer, we were sponsored. I was sponsored by Mr. Pick and Pay.
Yeah.
And Mr. Cummins.
Wow.
Thank you. So I was funded and I went to study. It was lovely, such an experience. I learned a lot in Sweden. To be honest, I like to be honest because I am doing for the other kids, for the other fellow artists and other South Africans. That honesty is the best policy. Before I got to Sweden, my voice was not that much developed. It was authentic, it was there, but it needed. Talent is not enough. Skill, education, all of those prep, they are needed. Talent is not enough. That I got to learn and understand that further when I met Anita Solda, my music teacher, from Sweden.
Mm.
That's when I lost and got to be like really this proud and confident and this like real singer, I can say it.
Mm. Really, yeah.
When I dropped all my habits of intonation.
Mm.
Intonation singers is being caused by lack of technique and not
Mm.
understanding when to make the sound.
Yeah.
The woman helped me to understand and differentiate
Mm.
within consonants and the vowels. You know, then Petra, that's when everything was like the rest in terms
Mm.
of singing. Then after Sweden, I came back home. When I came back home, it was so difficult. As you know, South African theaters, it's a problem.
Yeah.
In South
Yeah.
Africa, all the theaters are closed.
Mm.
It's really devastating. It's a pit. The theaters are closed. Nothing is really going on in South Africa. It's not about pandemic. It was before pandemic.
Yeah.
That it was before pandemic that we were going under these circumstances.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
and pandemic came. And before, can I clarify something, Petra? Before pandemic, I was in the Eastern Cape in my original home. At that time, what I was doing in South Africa, I was busy being an adjudicator, being a voice trainer in schools, and being like helping all the kids to be better singers in my own village, to stay away from social ills.
Mm.
Music is everything,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. I want to state that. I don't know if Petra wants to say something because I can really talk.
No, but this is absolutely why I want to talk about this and why I talk to South African artists as well, because I think it's so important that we talk about this, and that it's like you say now, you helped children, and I say it's not just in South Africa, it's all over the world. We have to teach children, because the moment you teach them this art, it gives them purpose, and it gives them something to do. And I think even in a country like South Africa, where we've got all these different cultures, if we come together in art, it's much more powerful, it's much more accepting of each other, because there is one common love and one common thing that is art. And
Yes.
there's so much talent in South Africa, so much talent, but there's just no where do you go with this talent, or what's the like you went and you studied further and you went to Sweden, but now you're back, you want to be in a theater, you want to be able to what you've learned and what you want to apply, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you rephrase the question? You know, I am doing this interview in the house, and
Yes.
apparently there's been kids that are banging the door. So now I need to answer myself clearly. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. No, that's fine. Is it all right now? Can you
Yes,
can you
you're
hear
right
now?
now. Can you
Oh, okay.
handle it? Thank you.
Oh, okay. um, those kids need a singing lesson.
Yay! Those kids need a singing lesson. You know? Thank you.
No, I'm just saying that I think in South Africa really that if more children could be taught art and singing, it just doesn't have to be singing, but dancing. There's so much talent in South Africa, and
Yes,
and
yes.
and this gives children a purpose. It stops them from banging on doors at homes and things like that.
Absolutely, you know, we are in the middle of a serious conversation here, and then there comes the
Exactly.
shows. Once we just have fun,
Yeah.
instead of fighting that, you know, without us having to laugh about it, Petra,
Yeah.
and make a joke of it. I was in China. In
Yeah.
China, a child is taught
Mm.
at a very early age how to make those watches that we so called fake watches and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then that's the exact thing and the aim of teaching your children at responsibility at a very early age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Coming to that, it is a real problem and a challenge for South African kids or for us as South Africans. That is only if we can learn to,
Yeah.
to work together and make noise so that the government will really notice that it's not an individual problem, it's a society problem.
Yeah.
We have to get out there, as Miss Universe once said it. Apparently, Miss Universe was also coming from my village, from my hometown. As Miss Universe said, that we need to take out space. We don't have to wait for other people to do things for us. We need to own the arts
Yeah.
and take space to
Mm.
teach or create platforms for those who are not that privileged.
Yeah.
As we just started now, me and the other colleague of mine, regardless of imbalance of financial imbalance, but those are the things that we need to practice.
But this is my
Stop
question.
blaming.
Yeah. But this is the question now, that and also that I'm thinking about, already there are such great poverty and people really living on the under the bread line, that can barely afford food. How do these people, I think for a family, if you think we can barely buy food, they cannot even then pay for, say, singing lessons or for piano lessons, or and there is where the government, I think, should step in and say all schools have to have art as a subject, where the instruments are available for the children to play and to practice, where music appreciation is there. Singing, you have already the voice to sing, the instruments already built in. So singing is something that can easily be done by children without them having to buy a piano or a violin or whatever. But the singing, but that has to be, I think, a very important part of school education.
Exactly, exactly. And if we can nail that and implement that, I think it will take away all of this social ills problem and reduce the crime and get those kids have something to do other than roaming and being all over the place.
Yeah.
I agree with you totally on that point. And especially in those areas that we come from, being a member of the choir helps you and discipline you, because music is discipline, is like that's where you get to be disciplined. As a musician, we are who we are today because of those choirs. So if then it succeeded with the most of us, why not
Yeah.
for this upcoming generation? Those are the things that we really have to work together as artists, as South Africans, as whoever that is like really relevant. That's why we trying to put some small groups of these kids. We do workshops for them, because not everybody is an academic, Petra.
No.
Some of these kids are artists like us.
Yeah.
So they need people like us that knows the struggle, because it is a struggle to be an artist in South Africa.
Mm. And
I'm not going to talk about the other world, part of the world. I'm going to talk about my part of the world, because I know exactly how is the struggle as an artist in South Africa.
I think even if I hear what you're doing, you know, you're putting back into the community, you teaching, you're understanding how important this is to teach children this art. And
yes.
You know, if we can build societies where children understand this and they can appreciate art, even if they don't become the artist, but they will be able to go to the theater, then they will be able to appreciate the art, and they will have a different mindset. You know, they will approach whatever they do in a different way.
That's
Because
very
of
true.
this. Yeah.
That's very true. Coming to the point that you just mentioned now, Petra, about the pandemic, and about that it has like really taught, or what have I learned out of the situation? Pandemic?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what it has? Self-reliance. I got to understand that it's not enough to just be a singer and an artist, blah, blah, blah. I got to understand that I need to learn to market myself.
Yeah.
I taught myself to learn. It taught me to learn how to understand the business side of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And I even, in the middle of that, ended up now being a book writer, songwriter for other music as well, not just like being stereotyped, looking for like, I'm an opera singer. No, I'm into deep house now. I've ventured into deep house during the course of the pandemic while I was staying alone at home. I will wake up and write music and go out there and look for these DJs. Apparently, it was just a local DJ. Now, it really awakened me various truths of life.
Yeah. But you see, this is what I just said, that you artists are like that. You just reinvent and just realize and just do things. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. So and can you see already this then a positive coming from this whole situation?
I am so positive about that, because it broadens us. Other than having to think narrow, we had to think outside the box. You know, Petra, there's also this that I've discovered by myself. I am not good at marketing myself, but the pandemic has forced me not to be apologetic.
Yeah.
What I want. I'm here talking to you today because of the lessons that the pandemic has taught me.
Yes. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That is such a positive outlook, you know, on this. Yeah. But tell me what are oh no, first I want to know, on a lighter note, was there something else you did that you've never done before apart from the marketing? And so did you start doing another hobby, or just doing things that you've never had time for?
The only thing that I really engaged myself into during all this time is writing.
Oh, okay.
Writing.
Music writing or book writing?
Book writing.
Oh, okay. And what type of books are you writing?
It's just about my life, my upbringing, as someone that is that knows. As always, it's the network. I think it's the network. Can you hear me now? Yes. Can you hear me?
No, it's right. Okay, tell me about the books. Yeah.
The book, the gist and the context in the book
Yeah.
is about how I grew up as someone
okay.
that is pregnancy,
Yeah.
as someone that is not that knows how is it like to be an orphan,
Mm.
and also my artistic struggle as a woman in South Africa and as a challenging genre of career and music in South Africa, the challenges that I've faced,
Mm.
and as a woman that has been married,
Mm.
that knows what to say to other women about marriage, and there was a woman that has also lost the husband,
Mm.
then I can speak up to other women about how it's like to be a widow. It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
No, but that's inspiring, you know, if you can inspire other women and you know, girls. We need role models in South Africa like you.
Thank you.
Yeah. But mm,
Oh, what I was about to say, I was about to talk about not giving up,
yes, tell me.
going on, regardless.
Mm.
You are being awakened
Mm.
into various truths of life to learn
Yeah.
and do you see how am I smiling and a happy person I am, Victor?
Yeah.
That's why I find my strength. My smile is my
Yeah.
strength.
Mm.
It keeps me going. And having a child at the early age, that's the purpose. It gave me purpose from ever since I was young.
Mm.
I never questioned God, why me, this and that. Because some things have to happen to you to shape you,
Yeah.
to get where
Yeah.
you want to be at.
Mm.
Like,
But that's amazing. But you've got such great energy around you and from you that it's I think you can really, I think for the people you are around will be touched by what you say and what you do.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah. But listen, tell me, what are your wishes for when everything is over and back to normal?
You know what, Petra? My wishes, it has been my cry and my dream that I don't feel like I am where I'm supposed to be at.
Yeah.
I am an authentic soprano singer.
Okay.
I never mimic anybody.
Mm.
And I am sure if the world will give me a platform,
Yeah.
opportunity to represent, to sing and hear me, would be really mesmerized. Because I don't feel like I've been heard
Yeah.
up until this day. It's my cry,
Mm.
and it's my dream that at least God grant me that one person that will really believe in me into such an extent that all the doors, all the platforms, all the opportunities will be laid upon me, and then it will be my duty to say, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's all that I'm looking for.
Oh, you are lovely. I, I wish I could meet you in person. It would be so lovely.
Me too. I would love to meet you in person. You're such a generous woman. I was like, I don't even like think it's an hour for us to prepare everything and to agree on anything.
Yeah.
What you were getting yourself into.
No, I think we'll have fun.
You, Petra.
But listen, I so wish your wish comes true, and that and I believe it will, you know. And sometimes it's this thing, as you say, you know, it's time, it's a matter of time, and sometimes we are needed somewhere and we don't always know why, but we have to be in a specific time, in a specific place, and then by miracle something happens, and I do believe it will. Yeah.
Thank you. That's very profound. Thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think you do amazing work. And I mean, I would actually say, you know, the teaching that you do, and the young people you are teaching, if you have you know, if you're doing something like that again, please let me know. We can talk about that, and maybe you can explain and talk, and maybe we have one of the students with, and we can talk and get their experience as well, because I think that is also you know, wonderful for South Africa, that we, as I say, I want to speak to as many South African artists as possible so that we can start planting the seeds. I believe, you know, that talking about this is like planting a seed, and you just have to plant it and water it, and it will grow without you having to really, you know, do something. It grows by planting it. And I think it would be great, and I'm so glad I have contact with you now.
Oh, thank you, Petra. That's really
Yeah, you just let me know if you have any project or anything, and we'll do a chat, and I will post it as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Petra. I will definitely let you know about everything that I'm up to and planning.
Yes,
I'll
please.
keep in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's so lovely. But listen, you go and get those kids that knocked on the door, and you make them sing.
They know when they come to this house. I just sing and sing with them and ask them to dance, and you know,
Oh, okay.
it becomes a madhouse for real. And that is really proud, because they know when they come inside, they're being entertained.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was feeling very sorry that they were really banging the door. It almost catch up on me because I couldn't hear you. And I had to ask you to repeat it again because I didn't want to make a mockery of myself.
No. Doesn't matter. Have a wonderful afternoon or evening in South Africa. I miss my country so much. I wish I could come and visit again. Yeah.
You are from South Africa.
Yes. But yes, I miss South Africa. But when I come and visit, I will write to you, and I'm going to come and talk to you. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we will have to arrange that.
Definitely. Okay, so have a lovely evening, and it was so lovely to talk to you.
Thank you, Petra. Same here. It was really
Bye.
fantastic. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Bye.